Just getting there. There we go. Hello guys and welcome to another Match Talk Live, where today's match is Manchester United v West Ham. It's a crucial game, of course, because for United to win they'll be on the same points as Leicester, and it would really put the pressure on Leicester, I would say, when they play them on Sunday, which is of course the last day of the 2019-20 Premier League season. And yeah, that's going to be a really crunch game. But tonight, as I said, it's Manchester United v West Ham. Sam will be joining us hopefully soon. But I'm delighted to welcome back Ben Carney to the show. Good evening, Ben.
Hello, you alright? Will, you alright?
Yes, I'm great, mate. Good to have you back.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Good to be back.
Right, so, I know you know the drill now, but for anyone who doesn't, we always start with the team news, so let's go straight in. So, for Manchester United, it's David De Gea who keeps his place in goal despite making those errors against Chelsea the weekend. Timothy Fosu-Mensah comes in for Aaron Wan-Bissaka at right back. Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire keep their places at centre-back, but it's a back four, and Eric Bailly is injured, so he's not involved. Brandon Williams is at left-backs. Paul Pogba comes back in. Nemanja Matic keeps his place. Mason Greenwood comes back in to replace Daniel James. And then it's Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford and Anthony Martial also comes back in as well. And on the bench is Juan Mata. I cannot believe this. Jesse Lingard. But whatever. Fred, Diogo Dalot, Daniel James, Sergio Romero, Odion Ighalo, Wan-Bissaka and McTominay. For West Ham, it's Lucas Fabianski in goal. Johnson, I'm not familiar with. Ben Johnson. Not familiar with him at all.
He's played a couple of times before.
Oh, but not many.
Not many, no.
Not many. That'll be why I'm not heard of him before. Issa Diop, Ogbonna, Aaron Cresswell, Souček. I don't know how you pronounce his name. Souček, is it?
Souček.
Oh, Souček.
Yeah.
Declan Rice, Jared Bowen, Mark Nobles, Pablo Fornals, I don't know how you pronounce his name, and the informed Mikel Antonio, of course, who is undroppable for West Ham, having scored in the last couple of games, keeps his place in the centre forward striker position. On the bench is Balbuena, Yarmolenko, Felipe Anderson, Manuel Lanzini, Jack Wilshere, Sebastian Aller, Masuaku, Darren Randolph and Coventry. And that's your teams for tonight. So what do you think of the United team selection then, Ben?
Well, obviously, as we know, on Sunday for the FA Cup, he tinkered with the team, and that is understandable, because as we know, as us United fans know, top four is the priority, and we're close to getting that. We just need to keep up the momentum and keep up the wins. But I think that is the right team selection. Obviously, he's brought back in the likes of Greenwood, which is undoubtedly the right decision. We know what he's capable of. Brought back in Martial, which again, he's been ultimately undroppable at the moment, I feel. And I feel like it's the right decision to stick with De Gea, actually, because I feel like that is Owen's style. He doesn't cave into the media pressure, but I feel like the only surprising name on the start 11 is Wan-Bissaka, because yes, I agree, he has been poor, and I think Boston will come in and do a decent enough job, but I still expected Wan-Bissaka's name to be in the starting 11, but he's not. Firstly, Memphis can come in and do a decent job, and I'm hoping for the win.
Yeah. I would agree with you. I didn't expect to see Wan-Bissaka off, but out of the starting lineup. But like I said, I mean, Wan-Bissaka, he has been poor for a couple of matches and looked like he needed a rest. And I think the team, is pretty strong tonight. And yeah, I reckon they'll get the job done. We'll see a reaction and get the job done.
Yeah, well, him, I would agree with that. I think with the form we've been in, you've got to fancy us against pretty much any team really. But I think the key is to start quickly, because like you will have seen against Palace, although we got the job done and got the win, we started slow and it was a bit sloppy at times, but once we quickened it up, we got the job done. You saw against Southampton we started slow, and that ultimately ended up in us dropping points. And you saw at the weekend against Chelsea we started slow. So I think the key is to start quick, to start with a high tempo, to get it to the forward as early as possible, because we all know what they can do.
Yes.
When they're on form, and I think that will be the key to winning this game, a quick start.
Yeah, Mikel Antonio, he's the one who's just on fire, isn't he, at the moment?
Yeah, you saw. I mean, you saw when David Moyes first took charge of West Ham the first time. He did this to Arnautovic, where he started off out wide, and then he brought him in as to play central as a striker, and I think you're seeing the same pattern now with Antonio, and it seems to be working for West Ham. Seems to have picked up a few crucial results with him at striker, and obviously as of late there's been parts of the game where our defence has been a bit sloppy. So with the form he's in, he'll get a couple chances. It's just whether he can put them away.
Yes, I mean it will be interesting to see, whether whether West Ham will continue with the confidence. But yeah, obviously getting the first goal, whoever scores the first goal, I think will shape the game. I think.
Yeah, well, obviously, the saying, goals change games, and
yes, absolutely.
I would agree. I mean, if West Ham get the first goal, they'll have something to hold on to. But like I alluded to earlier, I think for us, it's all about a quick start.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, let's hope Mason Greenwood can continue his brilliant form as well tonight.
we know he can find the net, can't we? But yeah, like I
Yes.
said, if we start quick, we obviously went on that unbeaten run, as you know, and we were scoring 3, 4, 5 goals a game against teams. So, like I said, it's all about the quick start for me, and hopefully De Gea has a good game, because it'd be nice for him to have a good game, and if he does, he'll become the United keeper to have the most Premier League clean sheets of any United keeper.
Wow, yeah, that'd be very interesting stat. And of course, yeah, if Dare could really go again without uh, not
Sorry,
make.
I'm late, fellas. My neighbour came round, so I was just a bit late. Sorry, lad.
Oh right, okay. And by the way, we are live, Sam.
Hello, everyone. Sorry, I'm late.
Anyway, it's we welcome
You alright,
Sam to
Ben?
the show now. You alright, Sam?
I'm very good, Lightning Boy on YouTube. How are you? Sorry for my late arrival. Hello, Ben. How are you?
I'm alright, so are you alright?
Yeah, I'm doing good, mate. I'm doing good. I take it you were just on about the De Gea and Dean Henderson situations.
Yeah, I was just saying I'm hoping for De Gea's sake he can have a game where he's out the spotlight, and I'm hoping he can keep a clean sheet, because if he does that, I was just saying to Will, he can become the first United keeper to keep um, the most clean sheets out of any United keeper in the
What, De
Premier,
Gea can?
yeah, in the Premier League. So
All right. Well, it shows how good he's been in the main over the years. But yeah, I mean, it's a difficult one, isn't it? Because I agree with you, taking him out the spotlight. Because if it was any other player, um, in any other position, if they weren't performing, you'd take them out. But why we don't put Romero in when this has been happening for a while?
Always
And
scared, I think he is.
No, but Romero's a pretty good keeper. There's worse keepers in the Premier League than Romero. I mean, look at the lad that played for West Ham. Roberto, he was awful, wasn't he?
yeah, he
But
was he was getting full, but yeah, I agree about Romero. Obviously,
But the point is you have a backup goalkeeper in case your first choice gets injured, or in case they start to have a bad run. I mean, let's be honest, everybody makes mistakes, and
Yes.
normally when you're a goalkeeper, you make mistakes lead to goals, but it's been happening so often with De Gea that I think we need to take him out of the spotlight. Whether you can, and the Dean Henderson one, you probably already touched on this, is a difficult one, because do you bring him in for next season? Is the crossover time now? I mean, I don't know what the answer is really.
yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, obviously we've seen that Henderson has been a revelation on loan at Sheffield United, but um, Sheffield United and Man United, there's a difference. He's good enough to play for us. There's no doubt about that. But it's how you do it. Like, do you slowly integrate him into the team? But then will De Gea be happy eventually, either sitting on the bench or getting sold?
Yeah.
Or will Henderson be happy only getting cup games and then loaning out Romero or something?
The issue is with a keeper is you need um you normally have a number one. It's not like if you're in any other position, you just put somebody else in and then change it. But normally, once you set your number one, you stick with them.
Yeah,
So it's harder for another goalkeeper. Say Henderson did become the next number one. It'd be hard for De Gea or Romero to get back into the team. So then it becomes difficult because then you have more unrest and more De Gea is the most high one of the I think he's something like the I saw something and I don't know if it's true, but I think he's the highest paid player in the league. Um and he's higher paid than De Bruyne and all these players. So for a goalkeeper, so then you've got the wage situation, haven't you? Because
yeah,
maybe he just needs a new challenge. I said this to Will the other day. Maybe
Maybe,
De
yeah.
Gea needs a new challenge at a new club. I don't, and you could say the same for Jack Butland at Stoke. If
Yeah,
you look at them, they're quite similar in the way of, all right, De Gea's a better goalie than Butland, but Butland's lost all his confidence, and you think, well, maybe it's just time for a new challenge, and the same for De Gea. But yeah,
yeah.
we'll
Well,
see.
we
there's
will see,
plenty.
won't we? Have you seen
Hang on,
the?
Ben.
Oh, sorry, Sam.
Ben's just trying to say a point.
Oh,
Carry
sorry,
on, Ben.
Ben.
I was going to just say there's plenty of scenarios how it will play out. We'll just have to see. But yeah, carry on with.
You're right. Right, so Sam, have you seen tonight's team news?
I haven't. No, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
Wan-Bissaka's on the bench, Sam.
Yeah.
Oh, is he?
Fosu Mensah comes in at right back.
Oh, you'll be happy with that, Will.
What? Why would I be happy with that? I quite like Wan-Bissaka.
I thought you liked Fossey Mensah, though.
Well, he was solid, but I'm not really quite sure. I mean, yes, he was solid when he played at left back, but it's not a player I love or hate actually. So,
Isn't he a right back?
he can play
he
right
play
back,
both.
central defence, left back. I think he can play in midfield as well.
And well, go on, Ben. Go on, Ben.
I've just obviously will tell you the team in full after my points, but do you know Souček, who plays for West Ham?
He's a good player, and
Yeah,
He's made a good start.
the defenders we've seen have made a couple of errors in the last game or two. Now they'll have to be alert tonight if we want to get a positive result because the form of Antonio, Souček in the air can be a massive problem. So they'll have
Rice scored. Noble's playing further forward.
so
yeah.
there's plenty of attacking threat for West Ham.
They're in good form, though.
They are West
look at
Ham,
the league.
yes.
You look at the league table and say, well, West Ham v United this season, we should beat them. But I think they've won the last 4 games. Or they beat Chelsea, beat Norwich. Sorry, 3 games. Beat Chelsea, beat Norwich, and they won against
Palace, I think.
Watford it was.
Oh, Watford, yeah. Oh, talking of Watford, I think me and Sam did we touch on this at the weekend about Nigel Pearce?
Yeah, silly decision.
What's your view, Ben? Sacking Nigel Pearson when you've only got 2 games of the season left to play?
I'll say my views quickly because obviously the main priority is the game tonight, but I'll say it quickly. My views it's crazy, absolute ridiculous decision. When Pearson was appointed, they were bottom of the league. If you want a manager to get you out of relegation, it's Nigel Pearson and Watford as a club, they won't progress if they keep getting managers and sacking managers on a conveyor belt system. They won't. And for that ridiculous decision, I hope they go down.
That's what I thought because just quickly I had a big rant about the owners, didn't I? Well, do you remember?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't call it a rant. Oh, yes, actually, it was a rant, yeah.
Yeah, just saying that Watford are quite a well-run club, I think, because in yes, they changed the managers, but the structure of the club's quite good. But it doesn't matter how good your structure is if you don't stick with your managers, it's going to bite you in the backside. Essentially. And I think that they're in deep doo-doo. Like Ben, I hope they get relegated now. Sorry, Watford fans, because it's not nice to see anybody get relegated. But I think your owners need to be taught a lesson.
Yeah, if they do, just quickly, if they do, it will be the definition of karma.
Yeah.
But anyway, on to tonight's game again. And we probably should give Sam the United team in full, Will.
Oh, yes, of course, right, yes. So it's David De Gea in goal, so he keeps his place, despite, obviously, the errors on Sunday. Timothy Fosu-Mensah, as I said, replaces Aaron Wan-Bissaka at right back. Victor Lindelof, Harry Maguire keep their places at centre back. No Eric Bailly, obviously, because of the injury, but thankfully he was alright. Paul Pogba, Nemanja Matic, Mason Greenwood, Bruno Fernandes, Rashford and Martial. The bench, Juan Mata, Jesse Lingard, Fred, Diogo Dalot, Daniel James, Romero, Igalo, Wan-Bissaka and McTominay.
Who's left back? Williams.
Yeah, Brandon Williams.
Yeah. Well, let's face it, lads. We can't be much worse than we were on Sunday. I mean, Chelsea. Me and Will said this, and I'm sure you've discussed this already, so I'll be quick. But me and Will were saying then that as good as Chelsea were great, as in they pressed us all over the park and we couldn't get out, and they just pressed us and forced us into mistakes. But we were equally poor, and we can't be much poorer than we were on Sunday, sure.
Yeah, I agree. I agree that was the worst performance I've seen for a long time. I said to some of my friends already, from minute one, you could just tell it was going to be one of them games where we were dreadful all over the pitch. Nobody came out with any praise. And we made countless errors, but Chelsea deserved it ultimately.
They did. They played well.
And I was just saying to Will before you came on, so we were talking about tonight's game, and obviously people like Greenwood come back in, Martial,
Paul Pogba.
I said the key to winning this game, in my opinion, is a quick start. Get at them, press them, quick tempo, and then hopefully you'll see a United win, because I said to Will before you came came on again, I said to him, you know, like, we obviously lost on Sunday. Okay, there were changes made to the team, understandably so. But on Sunday you saw us lose. Palace, we got the win, despite being a bit sloppy in areas. Southampton we drew with, and the Southampton Palace game and the Chelsea game, for all three of them games, we started slow. So I think the key to this game and the key to winning is start quick, high tempo, and then hopefully you'll see a United win. And I think another crucial factor is how much do we want it. It sounds simple, but obviously it is how much do we want it, how much do these last two games mean to us, because ultimately top four is still in our hands.
Yeah, and the thing is as well is that you're absolutely right. And just to go back to the Chelsea game in particular, because I think you're right. I didn't see the Palace game, I have to admit, but I saw the Southampton one, and we were. It was a good game actually. It was, from a neutral's perspective, it was a very good game. But you're right, we started slow. And I always say the key in any football match, in my opinion, is obviously taking your chances and getting the ball to your wingers and your strikers. But the main key is dominating the midfield to do that, because then your defense get breathers, and you can play the ball forward to your attackers. And in those three games that we just mentioned, Chelsea, Palace, and Southampton,
Yeah.
we didn't really dominate the midfield. And Will said to me before the match on Saturday, Ben, what's the key to the match on Sunday? What's the key to us winning? And I said the midfield. And I thought our midfield were dominated by Chelsea's midfield, and that
Yeah.
meant that the rest of the team couldn't get into the game. Our defenders had too much to do, and our attackers had too little to feed on. And I also think that we you can cope with a few off days, but in the Chelsea game especially, the nucleus of the team had an off day, and you can't deal with whatever system you play. And I think Chelsea did outthink us, but whatever system you choose to play, systems are relevant if the nucleus of your team have an off day. You can deal with one or two or three. You can substitute them. But if the nucleus of the team isn't playing well, you're in trouble. Because you can't replace all 11 players. Football doesn't work like that. So I think, and you're right, it is in our hands. And it's a bit of a strange game, this, isn't it? Because really, this game's a free hit for United. I know that sounds weird, but we're on the same points as Leicester.
Yes.
And even if we beat West Ham tonight, I think Leicester will still have a better goal difference.
It's got to be by 3, I've read. So
even if we were to win, say, by 1 or 2, then Leicester going into it would still have a better goal difference. And because we're playing Leicester, it'd still be in their hands as well. So really, unless we score over 3 goals, it doesn't matter what we do in this game. It's sort of in a way, it's sort of a nothing game, but we can't see it like that. it's
No,
in
no.
our hands. It's in our hands, and it's in Leicester's hands, which is quite strange.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I agree, and obviously you were saying about the
Sorry to interrupt,
Way, JLO
boy.
Wheels is here.
Hello, Jordan.
Hi, Jordan, you alright?
Hang on. There we go. Yeah. Just a quick one. Sorry to interrupt. Very unprofessional. Are we still on for later on?
Yeah, 10 o'clock, yeah, where we'll talk about the Liverpool and
Yeah.
Chelsea game as well.
Yeah. Right.
I can't do later on because we've got a few people coming round, so I can't do post match today.
Oh,
Naughty
right,
boy,
okay.
Sam.
And I've said to you, I can't, will neither. So,
I'll be the dream team.
Oh, looks like we're riding shotgun then.
but,
What do you mean by that?
Just me and you.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, never heard that phrase before.
Dear.
Well, that's because that's not what the phrase riding shotgun means, but I just used it that way. Anyway, I better get back to work.
Alright, John, see you at 10,
See
mate.
you later.
See you later, bud.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
yeah,
And he tells us off for unprofessionalism. Shocking.
hello, you need to
Oh.
sort it out. But
Oh,
yeah,
well, you get a bit of everything in this show.
I think I was saying before, like you said, the key to any games is midfield, and you're right by saying that. So I think in the Bournemouth game where we beat them 5-2, if you dominate the midfield as well as we did in that game, then it allows like the centre backs to bring the ball forward as well to create a new like problem or a new overload for the team. But I don't know if you mean whether it goes to goals scored. You might mean that. I mean, I don't know, but I think.
Does it go to goals scored, actually? That's
As of right now, us and Leicester have just checked on the same goal difference, 28.
Oh, right. So if we score tonight, let's say we get to 29, then they'd have to score 2, or would they? No, wait.
Yeah,
Is their goal difference overall better than ours?
Hold on, let me check.
28-28, it says here, United 28, Leicester City 28.
All right.
So even if we win tonight and draw on Sunday, then we've got top four.
Well, yeah, but we'd have to score more than, more than 2 tonight to move into third, I think.
Would we? 4 for me. It's complicated.
It is,
complicated
it's aching my head.
Because it's in both teams' hands. If we weren't playing Leicester on the final day, let's say we were playing, I don't know, let's say we were playing Southampton,
Yeah,
and we were to win tonight, it'd be in our hands because
yeah,
Leicester would need to beat our goal difference and beat whoever they were playing.
yeah.
But the fact we're playing Leicester and we're both on the same points, it makes it complicated.
It
Yeah.
does.
To be honest, I think I've just worked out. I mean, I still might be wrong, but even if we win by 1 goal tonight, and Chelsea lose tonight, I think we'd go third. So,
Oh, would we? All right.
So,
But it wouldn't be all done and dusted though, would it?
Oh, no, no, no.
no.
Leicester could still beat us say
Excuse me.
3-0.
Yeah, I mean, if we beat Leicester or draw against them and win tonight, we'll be in the top four. But even if we win tonight and then lose on Sunday, we potentially be out.
It's very complicated. I mean, you look at the fixtures, it's amazing really, because on the last day, West Ham play Aston Villa. Now, West Ham are pretty much safe, not guaranteed, but pretty much. It'd have to be a remarkable set of circumstances to relegate
Yeah.
them. But they play Aston Villa. Now, a few weeks ago, you know, to pick those two fixtures at that fixture on the last weekend is amazing. And then Chelsea play Wolves, and a few weeks ago that looked like it could be the last to try and get into the Champions League spots, and then
Yeah.
Wolves can't now. And we play Leicester. So
Yeah.
what an unbelievable last fixtures it's then
I know,
been.
it's crazy, isn't it? It really is.
And I know it's not as complicated as it could have been because Wolves are out Champions League race, West Ham are pretty much safe. But what a crazy like teams that are in a similar part of the table are all playing each other.
I
Yeah.
know, yeah. I know this isn't the focus, I know. But what a huge win for Villa last night.
Yes. I mean, Arsenal were very poor. I mean, a great win for Villa and a great goal from Trezeguet as well.
Yeah, I don't care what people think. I would have Jack Grealish at United because the way I see it, like, obviously, as United fans, we all know this. We're building. We've got the great bones. We've got the bones of a great team, and we're starting to see the build of something potentially great again at United. But with those bones of a great team, you need like a great squad depth, and at the moment we don't have that. Whereas if we go into the summer and add like 4 or 5 players, Grealish being one of them, maybe Sancho potentially being another. Just take the Southampton game for example, where we drew 2-0. With about 20 minutes to go, Ollie took off Fernandes and Pogba for McTominay and Fred, I think it was. Now, that gave Southampton the green light to attack. Whereas if Ollie brought off one of Pogba or Fernandes for like a Jack Grealish, then that would be the perfect replacement with 20 minutes to go. Because we've seen how good Grealish is at carrying the ball. We've seen how good he is at creating chances. He's the most fouled player in the league this season. So I think he'd be perfect to add to our depth.
Yeah, and he might get in, you know. I mean, we don't know how he'd react with better players, and obviously we've got Pogba and Fernandes, but he could force himself into a starting role because I think he's really good.
Yeah, we've seen how good he's been at Villa. Just the man
in a very poor team, to be honest. I think though he's good at carrying the ball, Ben, and I agree with what you're saying. I think he could say he carries it a bit too much sometimes because he doesn't trust the players around him. He feels like he has to do it all himself. Where United, he'd be able to do that when he needed to, but he'd probably be encouraged to release the ball a bit more than he does as well.
I agree. I was just going to say, we've seen what he can do at Villa. We've seen he's a special player. But like you say, and I was going to make the point too. We've seen him do it in a poor team. Now just imagine if he has the likes of Martial, Greenwood, Pogba, Fernandes around him. He would shine.
Well, he'd learn so much, wouldn't he? I mean, you know, he'd however good you are, you'll get better by playing with better players because
Oh,
you
absolutely.
saw the ball he played to Keenan and Did you see the ball he played to Keenan Davis last night where he run about 50 yards? And
No, I didn't see the match last night.
I watched it all, yeah.
yeah. So he knocked the ball to Davis, didn't he? And I'm thinking if that's Martial, Rashford, Sergio Aguero, Aubameyang,
Greenwood
you know, if he's
again, yeah.
playing, say again, sorry.
If it was great, if it was those type of caliber of players,
Yeah, they'd have scored that.
yeah.
So you know, I mean, it's difficult for Jack because I know we're getting a bit off the subject here, but
No, no,
Jack,
no,
you
no.
know,
It's fine.
Jack's obviously a Villa lad, isn't he? In his sports Villa. As much as I'd like him at United, I love his attitude with Villa. You know, he never moans, never complains, and he's stuck with them. And if he was to stick with Villa, if he do stay up and he did decide to stay, I wouldn't begrudge him that because actually it's quite refreshing to see how loyal he's been to Villa. You don't get that very often, and it's actually quite
No.
nice to see.
Yeah, I agree. You know, like players aren't as loyal as they used to be. So yeah, I agree with that. But
By the way, you know we were talking about Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He's got a knock according to Ole. He had a knock against Chelsea, so that's why he's only fit for the bench.
fair enough. That's interesting to know. But as you know, Will, I said I'm going to have to go at 10-2, which is in 2 minutes. So,
Yeah, that's all right, mate.
so just before I go, what is both your score prediction?
Oh,
Where's it at?
Oh, sorry,
United.
Sam. You go first.
Old Trafford, it's at Sam.
You go first, Ben. If you've got to go in a minute, mate, and then you're not rushing with your score prediction.
Well, I think, obviously, as we all know, West Ham are in a good vein of form at the moment, but so are United prior to Sunday. So, I mean, West Ham can cause us some problems, like I said. I just think it's key for a fast start. And they have been a bogey team a couple of times in recent years, but I'm going for a 3-1 United win. Martial, Greenwood, and Fernandes to score.
Oh, okay. Right, thanks. Thanks very much, Ben. It's been great tonight, mate.
Yeah, it's been good as always.
Yeah, sorry it's been so short, Ben, that I came late, but it's great to see you, buddy. And just before you go, I'm gonna throw the cat amongst the pigeons here, and I hope not, but I'm gonna go 3-1 West Ham tonight. I've just got a horrible feeling that West Ham are gonna do us, but we'll see.
Interesting result. Right then, quickly, Will, what do you
Oh,
think?
right. I'm West Ham to put up a fight, but I think given that we've got our strongest lineup back, the fact that we're at home as well, I'm going to go for United to go back to winning ways with a 3-0 win.
I agree with that, to be fair. Although I said 3-1, I think Antonio and Suchek will cause our defence problems. But okay then, I'll see you for a stream soon, I guess.
Yeah, hopefully on Sunday you'd be back for that, especially because it's the last one of the season.
Yeah, I'll let you know. Like I said, we were meant to be going out, and I think we said maybe Monday or Tuesday we'd have to change it to, but I'll let you know.
Okay, all right, okay. All right, cheers, mate. Been a great
Right,
one.
bye.
Take care, bye.
And you, so it's been good.
Bye,
See you
Ben. Bye,
later.
mate.
Bye.
See you later, buddy.
Cheers, Sam. Bye, mate.
Bye-bye, pal.
Okay, and yeah, thanks to Ben for tonight. Yeah, that was a good one with him. Yeah, I think that West Ham are definitely going to make it tough tonight, undoubtedly. I mean, you know, Antonio and Salchek, I can never pronounce his name. I think he'll be good tonight. Yeah, but I don't think the scoreline will actually represent the game, as in I think West Ham will make it very tough, but it'll still be a 3-0 win for United for me, I think. But I don't think the scoreline will represent the game, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean, mate. You think it'll be a lot closer than the scoreline.
Yeah. Sam, how can you see it going tonight?
To be honest, I've got a fear that we might get dominated tonight.
Right, yeah, because it'll be an
yeah,
interesting... Oh, sorry, Sam.
No, I just think that West Ham are in good form. Okay, the win would help us, but I don't know. I hope not, because I want us to win, obviously, and get in the top four.
Yeah.
And it's sad. It's Leicester we're competing against for that position, because I would have quite liked to see Leicester in the top four as well. But well, it could be Chelsea, couldn't it? That miss out, but potentially. But yeah. But I just think it's. I just want us to win, but I really do think it's going to be difficult tonight. I think David Moyes has got something going for him, your favourite United manager of all time there, Will. But yeah, it seems to have got West Ham G'd up, buoyed up, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I think it's going to be tight, and I think, I don't know, even though, yes, there is in terms of the goals and that, it's a bit of a not a non-game, but I just got a feeling we might not be at our best tonight and our highest intensity, knowing we've got the big match against Leicester to come at the weekend. But we'll see. I'll see. And obviously, if Chelsea lose and we win, then we go above them as well, don't we? So
yeah. How can you? Since you're not here for post-match, sorry to interrupt, how can you see Liverpool and Chelsea going tonight, that game?
Well, Liverpool have been in a bit of poor form, understandably. I mean, they've been so good over the last 2 seasons and put so much energy in.
Yeah.
They're probably shattered, now that they've won it, all that emotions come out. But I think the fact that they're being presented the trophy, is it before the game they get
and they're at home as well.
Is it before the game they get presented with the trophy?
I imagine. Well, no, sorry, full time.
Alright, but I think they might win tonight, Liverpool. I mean, obviously they want to finish as many points out of the city as they can. Obviously, it's they're just playing for pride now and for a good end of the season. And if although you could say that the pressure, it's difficult because Chelsea are the ones with the pressure, aren't they?
Yes, they are, yeah.
Trying to get in the top 4. If they win, they secure the top 4 place, I believe. So
yeah,
well, they will do. So but I don't know. I think Liverpool might be playing for pride, and be quite interesting if it all went to the final day, wouldn't it? With the top four.
It would,
Four,
yeah.
three and four
Really,
slot.
I kind of, I kind of wanted to go to the final day, but I kind of don't as well, just because of
Well,
the excitement.
it will, as far as United are concerned, go to the final day, but it might do with Chelsea as well. So,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Christian Pulisic will be assessed because he had a minor injury because he was on the bench. And N'Golo Kante is out also for tonight as well for the sixth straight match. So
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. Maybe he got injured. Well, I know he got injured, but I don't quite know how.
he's had a lot of injury problems, hasn't he? Would you, because Chelsea have been linked with selling Kante, would you sell Kante?
No, absolutely. In a word, definitely not. Play him in his right position, his defensive midfield role, and he's the best defensive midfielder in the world, so I won't sell him. And he'd be my first name on the team sheet every week. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So not
In
not
my
even with his
opinion-
current injury problems.
In my opinion, the best defensive midfielder ever to play in the Premier League, even better than a Vieira or a Makalele, or in
Wow.
my opinion, the best.
Some
So,
big players, but yeah, Kante's great. He's a great player.
Yeah, unless he wants to go, obviously. I mean, he might be frustrated that it's being played higher up and it's not his natural position in
Yeah.
the team, so he might decide he wants to go, but we will see.
Did Antonio Conte play him in his right position? You know, before obviously Sarri and
Yeah.
Jorginho came.
Yes,
He did.
yes,
Yeah.
it was sorry that because the year that he joined from Leicester,
Yeah.
the 2016-17 season, his first season at Chelsea,
Yeah.
he won Player of the Year, PFA Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Because Mahrez won it the year before, but Kante was shortlisted.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Yeah. It seems like ages ago, doesn't it? That Jose's first season as the United manager, winning the Europa League.
Yeah, it does. A lot's happened since then.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, Mourinho's gone. Obviously, he's at Tottenham and got Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at the wheel. So yeah, a lot has changed definitely, and obviously.
Ollie's at the wheel. Ollie's at the wheel. Sorry. I'm just thinking. Well, it's 2 minutes to kick off, so.
You're right. Yes, of course. Right. Well,
I mean, we can carry on, but our viewers probably want to watch the match. I imagine.
Well, yeah, I'll be watching the match. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap up. Thanks for your company, Sam, and thanks to Ben as well for tonight. It's been a good one.
Sorry, I was late.
No, that's all right. You know the saying, Sam, better late than never.
Yeah, and I'm sorry I can't do tonight, but I'm sure I'll be raring to go for the final day. Or
Oh
whatever
yeah,
it
that'd be
is.
great. Yeah. So if you want to, guys, like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'm delighted to say that I've got a new subscriber as well. So that's absolutely great. I'm on 48 subscribers now. So thank you very much for the continuing
See if you
support.
can get to 50 before the end of the season. Come on, people, subscribe.
You heard him.
One click. That's what you have to do. So get your clickers out and start subscribing.
If you want to, like, share, comment, and subscribe to the Lightning Bond YouTube channel. I'll be back at 10 with JLI Wheels as we'll reflect on Liverpool v Chelsea and, of course, the United game. But if not, I'll be back on Sunday to cover United v Leicester, and hopefully we'll do a big season roundup show on Sunday. So that'd be great as well. So yeah, hopefully see you guys at 10. As I said, thank you, Sam. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, Lightning Boy on YouTube. Thanks, everyone.